We have known this for a while. Oda has foreshadowed this multiple times. In the words of Garp, it be a threat beyond imagination. We are of course talking about the Big Mom and Beast Pirates alliance. Before we move on, guys, make sure to join my Discord server to discuss more about One Piece and anime in general. It'd be fun. I really want to create a community where we can all chat about anime and manga. Anyway, whatever happened since the last time we saw Kaido and Big Mom, they have since joined forces and now with a unified front want to take over the world. This changes the story dynamics completely. The balance of the world has shifted. I'm really curious now about the history of Rock's pirates. Who were they? What did they accomplish? How was Garp involved in their demise? Did they have any influence on Roger like he had on Luffy? This is getting good, and I'm not even talking about how the world will face this new challenge. And as for the Mink Pirate Samurai Alliance, well, they have been preparing to fight Orochi and Kaido. All their calculations have been with this in mind. No one has factored Big Mom in. Now, is this where the Straw Hat fleet comes in, or do we get some marine involvement here, or even Shanks? This development raises more questions than answers, and I like it. We also saw Hawkins all cut up and being interrogated by Law. Honestly, that panel was badass. After listening to Hawkins though, I understood his position. If he had literally 0% chance to escape and survive and saw 40% chance of survival with Kaido, of course he will choose to become his subordinate, and so he did. He rolls that way. Kid and Killer on the other hand do not, and we saw what happened with them. I also liked how Hawkins asked Law whether he was happy with his alliance with Luffy. Oda now wouldn't have put it in there if something wasn't going to happen on that front. Even though I do not want Law and Luffy to break the alliance, I have to say, if Law indeed decides to betray Luffy, things would get exciting. But I do hope that those two maintain their alliance. Anyway, who was the silhouette figure outside the jail cell? Some people say it's Drake, but I'm not too sure. And what was the plan Law was mentioning of? Now, another thing that happened was we got a little bit more information about Enma, the sword which is being offered to Zoro by Hiyori in exchange for Shushui. Seems like Zoro is alright with the exchange. This was a bit unexpected, not gonna lie. I thought Zoro would keep his sword no matter what, but Enma is not too shabby though. Apparently during ancient times, two big swordsmiths made two swords which are now with the Kozuki sibling. Oden carried both of those swords before his execution and gave Kaido his scar. That's pretty neat. Lastly, those mysterious figures at the end of Thriller Bark. Were they the numbers introduced in this chapter? Certainly looks like it. If it is so, then that's another mystery solved. So overall, I like this chapter. Easily a 9.5 out of 10 for me. A nice, fast-paced setup chapter. Let's see what happens next. You guys take care. I'll be back and see you then.